What's up, everybody? Hold on, just gonna share the live. Once you get in here, make sure you share the live with as many people as you can. And we're gonna get this interview started with our Surge Wave client, Kazalani, who's already on here. Hey, Kendall, you can go ahead and send in a request and I'll add you. I'm super excited about this live. How y'all feeling today? Let's see. Or is it gonna let me add him? There we go. Be sure to share the live, guys. Hey.
What up? What up? What up? All right, hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. Right?
No, you good.
Give me like 2 seconds. I gotta do something.
Okay, so while he's doing that, I will say that if you're on this live, please stay on the live till the end because we are going to do a giveaway. We're going to give away one of our shirts. Sound Hill. The sound wave on the sleeve. What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling? If you're coming in the live, be sure to share it with as many people as you can. We're going to get started in just a minute. So be patient.
All right. Shit.
You said hold it up again? Okay. This is the shirt. You see the drip. Okay, we're going to do a giveaway on this live, so be sure to stay till the end of the live, guys, okay? Today, I am here with Mr. Kendall Tucker, Kazalani. How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm chilling.
You chilling today?
Yeah, been a very, very productive day. So, yeah.
What you been doing?
No, but I've been working. Had a couple meetings to go to. Did some muting, did some writing, been working on some beats and stuff. So,
Okay, nice. Okay, so tell me about Kazalani. Who are you?
so, me personally, as an artist, I'm just a person who is deeply in love with music. So, growing up, it's always been something that I could count on. When it comes to if I ever need anything to fall back on or something to get me into that mode or get me out of
Right.
a certain mode, I always had music.
It was therapy.
Yeah. So, with it, I came up with the idea of just I'm gonna put everything that I have into music because it's one of the things that was always there for me. So
Nice.
just,
So, no, say what you say?
I was just an artist.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my first time actually seeing you perform. So, hold on. Everybody who's in here, everybody who's coming in, be sure to stay on the live till the end. We are going to do a giveaway. Also, make sure you share the live with as many people as possible. Okay, so, hey, what's up? So Azalani does an open mic every Thursday here in Huntsville. And I usually go up there to judge when I can. And this particular time, I don't know. I didn't know when you got on stage, I didn't know what to expect. But like when he got on the mic, like he literally spazzed. I don't think you stopped. Like when you rap, I think you go into like this whole just mode. I think you just like black out or something and you just can't stop with the bars. And that was it just shows so much passion and, creativity. I just had to contact you because you shocked me. Like that was a really dope moment to experience.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, like when it I don't know, when it comes to performance and whenever I get into that kind of mode, it's like you said, like I literally like I black out and I envision myself just sitting in my room with my music, and I could literally on the back of my eyelid see the words, because if you notice, like when I perform, I close my eyes a lot of times
Yeah.
because I'm visualizing the lyrics as I'm rapping, so I can literally see the words that I've written on my paper, on my phone, or whatever I wrote it on. I can see it, and it recalls and comes back to me in my vision as I'm closing my eyes and I'm rapping. So I tone out, I zone out, and I hear everything around me. I'm aware of my surroundings, but at the same time, I'm in my own mind, in my own place.
Nice. And in the article that I wrote about you, I named it Scholar of the Game because I just feel like, well, for one, you said you consider yourself a music scholar, but you can tell, it's not something that you can just say. I can see it in your eyes. I can see you like thinking about your performance before you even go on. And I just feel like that's an art to have.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill set that uh a lot of people don't have or have to develop,
Yeah.
because as an artist you have to learn how to have not only stage presence, but you got to know how to have, like, I can't put it into words, like you got to know your stuff. Like,
Yeah.
because if you don't know it, it's automatically gonna leave, and you gonna shout and everything just gonna it's like the room crumbles around you, so you got
Because
to get
it's like the people in the crowd might not know that you messed up, but in your head, like
yeah,
that you forgot something and it just messes up the whole performance.
yeah. Like me, I'm my biggest critic. So
Hmm.
if I stumble, or if I fumble, if I trip, if I miss a step, it's like in my head, you might not notice it when I'm performing, and people will come up to me after the show and be like, "Oh, you did so good on stage." But in my head, I'm like, I know I messed up somewhere, and I can't allow it to happen again. So I'm gonna keep going. Like, I'm never gonna stop, even if I fumble. I'm never gonna stop, because at the end of the day, the show got to go on, and even if you mess up, you know, it's still gotta you still got you still got a chance to woo the crowd with the way that you perform. Even if you mess up on your work, you still got a chance to sway the crowd in your favor with the way that you perform. So I'm never gonna stop, but you know, in my head it's just like uh, some bad about it, and then I critique myself the hardest.
But that's good because that gives you structure in your artistry. And I feel like a lot of people don't really well, when they're first starting off, don't really necessarily understand that you have to have some type of structure. Like it's not just writing, it's not just performing, it's a job. Like you have to put your work into your artistry in order to get to that level that you want to be at.
Right. And then, like, at the same time, just like a job, you know, a regular 9 to 5 job, it can also be fun. You can put fun into it. Like, you ain't never gonna be truly happy with doing something that you love if you hate doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you can love your job all day, or love this certain area or aspect of your job, but if you hate doing it, or if you're doing it just because,
It's gonna kill you.
it's drain you. It's gonna
Yeah.
emotionally drain you and physically drain you, because you're doing something that is not even worth your time. So you gotta find ways to change it up and have fun with it, because performing and writing and rehearsing and recording, all of that is fun for me. It's not just like no strict. I gotta get this done before. No, it's
Right.
fun. You have to have fun.
Most definitely. And I can definitely relate to that because a few months ago, I was working a job that it was okay, it was bringing me money, but after a certain amount of time, I just could not stand to be in the building, and I would have people just, I guess people started to tell with my facial expressions, and they're just like, why are you here? And when that moment came where I didn't have an answer to that, why are you here? That's when I had to leave.
Right.
And I feel a lot of people need to build that courage no matter what type of situation you might be in that moment. Because if you're not happy, then there's no reason, for you doing anything if you're not happy. But with that being said, I want to go into the question: what are some of your goals that you're pushing towards when it comes to your music?
As of right now, uh, my current goal is to get all my album stuff accumulated, so I can try and work on putting together an album. And
Nice.
that's kind of like the short term goal, is to start accumulating the album, and then like, you know how you gotta have short term goals that lead to a long term goal. So like
Mm-hmm.
my current short term goal is putting together an album. Then it's putting the album on streaming sites like Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, stuff like that. And then, getting paperwork right and going on up from there, and seeing where that takes me. I don't look too far into the big picture
Mm-hmm.
as far as like
Where
uh
you're gonna be?
where I want to be. I look at where,
Yeah.
because it's where you are now that's gonna take you to where you want to be. So I look at the short term, and once I complete those goals, I come up with new goals in the process. Because like I said, where you are now is gonna take you to where you want to be. So that's
Nice.
that's the goal right now. Is to complete.
Now, with your album, are you working with any producers, or are you producing your album? How's that journey going for you?
Um,
Yes,
right
Kelvin, it's about the journey.
right now, I'm producing my own album as of right.
Okay.
I'm kind of working with other engineers and having them like record me and see how I sound in different studios and different environments. Because I believe that when it comes to recording an album, it's all about the environment around you, like
Yeah.
in the environment in the studio, and where it takes place. Uh, so I'm working with different engineers, going to different studios, and getting different vibes for different tunes. So like, if
Nice.
I go into if I go into this studio, I know it's gonna be this type of vibe. So I know this type of song needs this type of vibe. So I'm going in there when I perform or when I record this one, or if I'm recording myself, then I set up my own mood and set up my own aura, so that I know what type of vibe that I need to or what kind of energy that I need to put into this song. So it's
See, that's very creative. So if you're an artist on here, then your environment definitely matters when you're putting together a project or even just a song. Go off of your vibe, go off of what you're feeling, what you feel like you need, and yeah, I think that's how you make a hit.
yeah, because it's all about inspiration at the end of the day. You
Most
you
definitely,
surround yourself around things that inspire you, it makes you want to be better.
most definitely. Um, so in the article, Scholars of the Game. I talked about how you're actually from Birmingham, but you've been back and forth from Birmingham to Huntsville. Tell me about that experience and how it's impacted you as an artist.
Um, but like being from Birmingham, it's more like I said, it's gritty, like it's raw. Birmingham is rough. Birmingham is rough. it is no other way to put it. You know, it's plenty of times where I walked outside of my house and was in fear just
Mm.
because I needed to walk to the store. I needed to go and get something to drink, or my mom at work, so I'm going to get something for my little brothers, for all of us to eat. Cause I got a little money coming in or something, and it's dangerous. It's
Yeah.
terror. It brings terror to you walking into an environment like that. So me being from there kind of molded me and shaped the way that I am and the way that I look at life, because I know how dirty or how grimy people would do you in order to get what they want. Because I've seen it like firsthand in my city. Like I've seen it. I've seen people do dirt behind other people's back and all this other kind of crap. People get shot right down the street from me, and I'm literally a block and a half away. Like
Wow.
it's crazy. So I don't move those in certain directions of stuff, of scenes that I've seen before. I
Okay.
don't I don't I don't try to relive that. I try to move past it. So I take those experiences from Birmingham and from Huntsville and kind of input them into my style and mix it.
Nice. What's up, everybody? I see you coming in. If you're in here, be sure to say at the end of the live, we are here with Kay Zalani. We are going to do a giveaway at the end of the live. So be sure to listen, pay attention, sit here and just join the conversation if you want to. Um, yeah, I definitely know the difference between cities. And I don't know. I feel like your environment is just what you make it.
Yeah.
You know, and we all have experienced some type of thing, especially I feel like being from the South, everybody's experienced some type of uncomfortableness,
Some
you know, comes
turmoil,
to,
tribulation that they've been through. So
right, right. And yeah, I just feel like the things we go through just make us who we are.
yeah.
Um, so what do you feel like your job is as an artist? Like what's your everyday duty?
For me, it's to try and create something that either the end product of it being dope
Mhm.
or relatable. And not relatable in the sense of like everybody can relate to it.
Mhm.
Because like I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to going to sleep. Like people could make a song about going to sleep. Everybody can. No, when I say relatable, I'm saying like something that'll touch people, like that'll get people going and give you that type of emotion. Like I can feel that it hits you in the soul. So I try to make what I call food for the soul every day as an artist. I write. I try to write something every day that means something to me.
Consistency. I like that. Also, I want to talk about, I just know, like, you're such a passionate artist to me. And just seeing you perform at the Dish just shows me how well of a performer that you probably are if you had like a bigger crowd. It was one night, for instance, that you didn't get to finish your performance, and I could just see on your face that you were just so upset that you didn't get to perform. And I took that as being honorable, because it just showed that you cared about your craft and not just winning an open mic or any type of contest.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's all about being able to share my abilities and my stories with people. My songs and my music is stories. They're stories to me. They're pieces of me. Now I like to share those pieces of me with other people because it gives people an insight on my talent. I have I have talent. Like I'm not going. I'm humble. I'm humble, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit and not recognize that I have talent. I have talent, but
Yeah.
if it's frustrating when you have people that don't want to uh, either recognize that you do have talent or go out their way to try and ignore your talent. So
Mm,
it's frustrating. So
yeah.
I want to go out and be able to share these things that I've created with you, and either you can listen or you can or you won't. But I would prefer for you to listen.
Nice. Okay, so this is the last question that I have written down, but if you're on here and you want to, look, Kelvin said talk that shit, bro. But yeah, if you're on here and you want to ask a question, please click the question mark at the bottom of the screen. You can type in your question and then I can pull it up so Kazalani can answer it for you. But the last question I have is, who's the hottest rapper right now? You got 3 seconds to answer the question.
So it's no doubt or debate. And I'm not like a Cole stan, but like at the end of the day, I've been supporting Cole since 2010.
Nice.
Like I've been a fan of his since his first single came out, and I went back and listened to all the stuff before the first single. And Cole is definitely an inspiration to me. Like he's 100% an inspiration to me. And if you pay attention to the stuff that I do, or like the way that I perform, it's all about like stage presence, like I say. And Cole got a lot of stage presence. Cole
He
got
just,
a lot of bars. Cole got a lot of everything. He does everything. So like if you even pay attention to the last little freestyle video I dropped before the little 80 bar challenge I did, it was a Cole
mhm.
instrumental. It was Rise and Shine. A lot of the beats that I use for the freestyles are J. Cole instrumentals or J. Cole inspired instrumentals. Like when I go and make my own beats or make my own tracks, I listen to Cole in the background, or I listen to something in the background that Cole has sampled, or just something that I want to sample, and just think of that type of energy that he would bring to the table. It's just he go he go. There ain't no way around. There ain't no way around it.
Okay, so we just got a question in from Jay Rilla. What's up, Jay Rilla? He said, so is Cole your favorite rapper? And if so, who is your next favorite?
Uh, yeah, man. Cole is 100% my favorite rapper right now. Maybe not of all time, uh, but he's definitely top one,
Top tier, huh?
top tier. He's if I had to pick like favorites out of the 2010s to now, is Cole. Like, because Cole is top. But my next favorite uh will probably be Andre 3000. Because Andre 3000 is like,
Yes.
when it comes to, I don't know, man, when it comes to bars and rhyme scheme, Andre 3000, he just puts it together so well. And you study his, if you actually sit back and study his rhyme scheme, like it's something that nobody has ever done before. Like
And his flow is so smooth. Like it's just like everything he say just come off the tongue. Like
it don't matter what song or what beat, it don't matter. He can come on anything and just demolish it with the flow that you ain't never like seen or heard before. It
right.
sounds so smooth. Like I think it was a track he was on the Frank Ocean album. It was a solo reprise, and the instrumental itself is just mostly piano. I think it's all piano, but it's so out of the ordinary. You would think that it would be almost impossible to kind of like get that kind of rhyme scheme and spit on it, but
Mm-hmm.
he did it and it sounded amazing. Like it's not nothing you can do with that man. You can't. There's nobody that can outshine him on the record. I have never heard anybody outshine Andre 3000 on the record.
And there you have it. Jay really say, "Yo, your music reflects that."
Yeah, man. I try to. Yeah, yeah. Whenever I go into a studio or whenever I go into a verse, I try to create something that doesn't sound like everything else around me. So like
Mm-hmm.
whenever I put a new beat on, or I put a instrumental on, or I put a beat that I made on, or whatever, my uncle, somebody, anything. I try to come into it with something that either people haven't heard before, or something that would come off as a challenge to me. I try to challenge myself because me being a as they say, conscious rapper. Um, I'm not. I don't normally go off like trap instrumentals or like uh Yo Gotti type instrumentals. Even though I love Yo Gotti. I listen to trap music all day. But like,
Do you feel like you could though? Do you
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
I have.
people?
I have for sure.
Yeah.
I have 100%. Um, some of the songs that I do at the disc are made off trap beats, but it's like I'm not. That's not normally the way that I would do things. I would
Mm-hmm.
do things in a way that comes off on like a Nas type scale, or like
Mm-hmm.
a Dave East type scale, or like a Jay Z, some those type of instrumentals, Jada Kiss, The Lock, stuff like that. But every now and then you got to switch it up and try and challenge yourself. Like the same thing Cole did. Cole rapped almost the same way on the last three tapes or albums, or the first three albums, like forever. If you listen to the first three albums, all his beats was like boom bap, conscious type instrumentals. But then he got on KLD and went on some trap, and it was like, this is different, but I like it. So and it came off as a challenge to him because he's not that type of dude. So I try to challenge myself when it comes to instrumental and music and stuff like that.
Nice. Kelvin says, "Are there any artists you studied for their performance style?"
Um, I studied Kendrick because Kendrick has an amazing performance style. Uh, I used to study Mac Miller because Mac's performance style is more chill, more on the chill side, but it's still hype at the same time.
Yeah.
I used to study. I studied Tupac. I used to study Tupac style because Tupac got that. It's just that raw. Like he come in and he once he grabbed the microphone, he make you listen to him. Like you ever watch a
And
Tupac?
you definitely
Make
have the approach when it comes to your
yeah.
performances. Like as soon as you grab the mic, it's like it's a head turning experience.
Yeah.
Like you, who
Like
is that stage?
he makes you listen. He makes you listen. So
Mhm.
like I study people like that. I study I even go as far as to not just study music performance. I
Mhm.
study like on stage performance period. Like I study um performances on stage in like plays. Like I watch plays. Like me and my mom used to sit and watch Porgy and Bess all the time. Like I watch plays and I look at the people on stage and see how the crowd reacts to this person. Or I watch comedians. Comedians have to have a certain type of stage presence too, because if you don't,
Yep,
it's certain comedians that are really funny, but they stage presence is
it's not there.
yeah, it's at a low level, so it's you're not gonna be laughing like you would if you would watch Michael Say is hilarious, but if you watch a Michael Say performance and then you watch uh Dave Chappelle performance, it's
Yeah,
not. the same level because Michael Che's stage presence is as adamant as Dave Chappelle's is. So
Right.
I would watch stand up comedies all day and just peep how they get on stage and peep how they get on the mic and the way that they deliver their jokes and the way that they move their hands and walk across the stage, if they walk across the stage at all. You know, because it's all about having, you gotta own the stage like it's yours.
Most definitely. Kelvin said that's a good point. AC Hawkins said a true, real, well-rounded scholar. Most definitely. Now, before we go into the giveaway, what's up, Legacy House? I see you in the building. Before we go into the giveaway, I'm gonna ask you, what would you tell somebody who's just now starting off, or maybe moved to a new city or something and don't really know where to get started when it comes to artistry? What would you tell someone like that?
Network, network. Because you never know who has connections to what.
Yeah.
Because me moving up to Huntsville, I didn't know too many people in the city that would do music, that would do open mic events. Jay Rilla was the first one to introduce me to the open mic events. Because
Mhm.
my first open mic event was at Jay Rilla's open mic event at the Loft. And I came in and I got introduced to Inferno with Gas House. And after meeting Inferno and recording with Inferno, he put me onto the dish, and it went on from there. So now I'm connected with literally almost every single artist in Huntsville because I've managed to be able to talk to and work and pick these people's brains that are amazing artists. So
Yeah.
it's just you got to learn how to talk. You got to learn how to talk to people because if you don't talk, you honestly not getting nowhere. It's not going anywhere if you don't have at least have a conversation with people. Because if you
Most
can
definitely.
talk to an artist, they might be able to put you onto something around the city that may put you skyrocket you somewhere, but you
Yep.
don't know that if you don't say anything.
Give you that extra push.
Exactly. You can be
Okay.
a seasoned artist, but if you don't network, it's not about anything.
Right. And that's something I definitely had to work myself up to do. I'm going into year 4 with Sound on the Hill, but when I first started, I was never a person to just like put myself out there when it came to talking to new people. I was always the observer in the room. Like I never really, just had the courage to just walk up to somebody and start a conversation, especially when it came to my craft and what I wanted to do as an artist. So
And
over.
even if it can even go as far as to say, all you have to do, you don't even have to have a whole conversation with the person. It's just
Right.
after they come off stage, if you thought they was dope, you go up to them and be like, "Hey, that was dope. That was a dope
Right.
performance. I like your stuff." I'd be like, "Thank you." And then most of the time, like I give it a good 80% of the time, that same person that you just said was dope or gave a compliment to, they'd be like, "Where can I find you on?" Or
Yep.
hit me up on Instagram or follow me and I'll follow you back. And then y'all can get the networking like that. But if you don't at least say something, nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
Those mouths don't get fed. So
And I always say that artists, the top thing that they want from people is just to be acknowledged. Like
exactly,
that's the top thing. They just give me some props, and I'm gonna give you props. That's how it should work. And Kelvin said everybody wins when you do. Exactly.
exactly,
Everybody wins. It doesn't have to be a competition all the time.
exactly.
Okay, so I want to thank you so much for being on here, for doing this interview, for being one of the first Surge Wave clients. Like I'm learning to know you more as an artist. I really love everything that you're doing with your music, with the freestyles. Keep doing the freestyles. I feel like if you're trying to build your brand, especially on social media, make sure you put your art on your page, because when somebody goes to your page and you say you're a rapper, but you don't have any videos of you rapping or displaying your art, then they're going to click off because they don't take you seriously as an artist if you're not taking yourself seriously. So
Like
that's
with
a big
the
thing.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but
No,
like
you could.
with the freestyle stuff, like that started because I didn't have a way to record. I ain't
Hmm.
no way to record, and I in my mind I was thinking like I got to get this off my chest. I have to find a way to get this off my chest. It's on my heart. It's on my mind. I got to do something, and just so happened I have a phone that has access to social media. So
Yeah.
I started to play music and record myself, and it picked up a bit of traction, and it's still picking up traction as I grow as an artist. So I just took that and ran with it. So I'm
Nice.
actually thinking about doing another one, like recording one tonight and probably posting it tomorrow or the next day.
Nice. And then we're gonna repost it. And then that's how we're gonna do that. Once you're locked in with Sound on the Hill, you're locked in. We are gonna make sure that we show you love whenever we can. And as far as your article, be sure to check out the link in our bio to our website. Check out Kazelani's article. Make sure you read it. And with that being said, we're going to go into the giveaway. The question for the giveaway, and the first person to get this right wins this t-shirt right here. Sound on the Hill. Got the little sound wave on the side. Something slight. But the question is, what is the name of Kazelani's article? I said it a few times in the beginning of the video. Does anybody on here know? If not, I got to think of a random question and I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to see. It might have to be like pick a number or something. Music scholar. Okay, that's close. That's close.
You close, cuz.
Anybody else? That's really close. Okay, I'm going to count to 10, and then because she's so close, if nobody else says anything, then I'm going to give AC Hawkins the shirt. Okay, boom, she got it. Scholar of the game. So yes, definitely DM us. Yep, that's definitely it. That's the answer. Scholar of the game is the name of the article. Gerald said I came late, I missed it. We're definitely gonna do some more of these. We are starting our apparel line. These are not the same. It's not the same yellow as on the logo, but we're just doing trial and error right now, so bear with us. But AC Hawkins, you're the winner, and so be sure to DM us so I can get your information and get this shirt to you, get your size and everything like that. Okay, Zamani, thank you so much for being on this. This is not going to be your last time on here. We most definitely going to do some updates, and the summer coming up, so we got some stuff that we need to do.
Yeah, for sure. That's my cousin too. I knew she was gonna know it if anybody.
Nice, nice.
She like my biggest fan and my supporter. So shout out to you, cuz.
So dope. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go.
Real quick though,
What you say?
y'all go follow my cousin too, AC Hawkins, because she do dance choreography and she teach dance classes and stuff. She a dancer and she followed it, so I'll go ahead and
You know what? We got a pop-up coming up in July. So if she's interested, she can definitely be one of the dancers at the pop-up. I'm gonna have to get in touch with you.
oh, yeah.
And what's up? If you're just now coming in, we're about to end the live, so be sure to watch the recording. It's going to be saved in our IGT. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later.
Oh yeah, for sure.